got to plant a few more okras.
Great.
All right, man, we're here.
So Monday's our farming day. I'm just excited for the day because I know that it's father-son time. He had a rough start in life. So what I found with farming, I think it has given him a little purpose.
Do your job, Enter.
Yes, sir.
Every time we pull in the gate and he gets it. It's something small, but it's like he walks back to the truck a little taller. And so I think that's special. The father-son aspect has just been a blessing. I imagined being this tight with my son, but I didn't really picture it here. I thought I'd be maybe at one of his baseball games, but turns out I'd rather be here with him. We're making memories together and hopefully producing a little corn. Farming time. This whole idea was to spend more time with my son. So he was a micro-preemie, preterm labor. He was born at 23 weeks and 4 days. And he wasn't supposed to survive, but he was a fighter. He struggles with a little dyslexia and some autism. They thought he would never walk or talk, so he's a miracle. He's getting older and he loves video games and sci-fi, and Dad's not really into that. When you're a 5'8" leadoff hitter in the Padres farm system, you've got to get everything out of your talent you can. And so when I turn the page on sports, there's always that competitive itch. So I needed something that we could bond over. When I was a kid, I had a grandpa named Harold that would pick me up most Saturdays, and we'd go to his farm. He's my hero. I wanted to be like him, so I wanted to have a farm, but really just a place we can go and do work and hang out with my kids and invite friends. But hopefully I'm instilling in him what maybe Grandpa and my dad taught me, and to hopefully be a good example. And so sometimes I fall short of that, but that's at least what I'm striving to do. So fast forward, we buy the farm, got the idea that we'll grow corn. And so we didn't have any coaching. We went and bought some equipment, got some seeds. We tilled up some dirt. We threw some seeds in the ground. We tried a little fertilizer, and I mean, this is embarrassing, but sometimes you just got to be honest. We produced 4 ears of corn. Boy, the ones we did produce were horrible. He took a bite and he just threw it down.
The corn was terrible, and the first and last fields did not survive.
If you're going to do something, even if it is a hobby, I think you should try to be good at it. Gosh darn it, if we're going to be out here, let's try to get good. And so my pride was hurt. I knew I needed some help, and sometimes it's hard as a man to admit you need some help. I was taking Coy to school, and we started listening to rural farm radio on Sirius in the car. The host comes on and goes, well, we've got a new sponsor, Pivot Bio, and nitrogen on the seed, and give your crops a head start. And I was halfway paying attention, but I heard head start. And I'm like, I need a head start. We need all the help we can get. We're trying hard, but this doesn't come natural to us. And so that was the start of reaching out to Pivot. And then this is what was big, is they realized that not only does he maybe need some pivot on his seed, he needs a farming coach, because there's a lot more that goes into possibly producing a crop than just seed. And so they connected me with a guy named Aaron Turner, and he's just been a game changer.
So we talked, and he decided that farming is the avenue to help build a relationship with his son. And he decided to farm based off of what he found on the internet and didn't have a lot of experience of knowing how to do it.
He asked me a lot of questions, and I was like, wanted to act like I had it all figured out. He just threw all this stuff at me. So what were your yields? And what time did you plant? And where'd you get your seed? What was your row space? What percentage of nitrogen was your fertilizer? So he just threw all this stuff at me.
And I wrote out his plan with everything that he was doing that was wrong. And it was a pretty substantial list. But Chris is one thing. Chris is passionate. Chris is passionate about farming. Chris is passionate about spending time with his son and building a relationship with his son, Coy. And I'm passionate about helping people succeed. And I came up here to sit down and formulate a plan for success for his farm.
And so he basically became a coach and like a doctor. He would prescribe stuff, tell me what to do, and I just took notes. Your pride's someone on the line. I'm going to do my best. So I don't want to embarrass you. It's been a really cool relationship. He's there I can ask questions to. And so I think that's how people get successful in life, is having someone they can go to. And Aaron's been there for us.
If we had more people in this world like Chris that were full of grit and not afraid of challenges, man, there's no limit to what we'd be able to overcome. Everyone's rooting for him.
And so the goal this year was to beat 4 ears of corn. And I think we're off to a really good start. One, 2, 3, 4. All right.
All right.
This corn crop is absolutely gorgeous. Man, it makes me excited. It makes me know that the knowledge that we worked on, the goals that we worked on are the right goals and we're on the right track.
That's pretty good looking.
Yeah, it's a good looking ear, man.
Farm's awesome. I think we're going to have some pretty remarkable yields on some of our acreage. I'd have to say Pivot was a game changer.
What does Coy say to you when he sees this corn?
After last year, I think his hopes weren't too high. He didn't know if Dad and him could produce corn. So now we've at least shown that we have a chance. But he takes pride in it. And he wants to eat some. But now he likes the farm. It's amazing.
We worked hard, and now we have lots of corn.
I'm already looking forward to next year because there's some things I know I can get better at. And we're doing this together. And so I've just come to love this way of life. And it's not all about yields here at this farm. There's other lessons to be learned. The head start and the boost they've given me was incredible. But now I get to spend time with my son and to hopefully be a good example. And so that's, I think, what I'll fall in love with trying to be a farmer. I think the big deal about parenting is putting your kids in situations where they can learn different things.
I think Chris decided to choose this avenue because it is challenging, and he wants to teach his son how to overcome challenges. Coy's overcome tremendous challenges in his life, and he will continue to do that. And he's going to do it fantastically because he's got a dad like Chris that helps teach him to overcome that.
So it's good to see him get dirty because he's got a little OCD, and so he wouldn't want to do that, but he's having to overcome that. He gets a little nervous when I ask him to drive the tractor, but I think it's important that he has to feel those nerves and deal with them. So it's little challenges that I hope, that makes him feel more like a normal person.
Well, I drive around and hand him stuff, and then we plant and seed and drag and all that other farm stuff.
What's the best part about hanging out on the farm?
The driving, I like the feeling of the wind.
If you guys didn't come here all the time, what would you be missing?
The view, the wind, the corn, all the hard work, getting to hang out. That's everything.
Boys taught me a lot. Love, time, being intentional, and just creating memories.